What's going on, good people? It's yours truly, EZDZ. We're finna get into episode Chop Shop. We're finna start the month off of June. Want to thank those who have not. We've been gone for a couple of weeks. We're about to crank back up this evening. To my immediate right, as normal, Dade City's finest, Hemi, Waldella. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, D?
Okay. Also to my far across from Waldo, the infamous David Ruff and Greg Dawson. What's going on?
Ain't know what's going on, man.
How you feeling?
I feel my hands like I always do.
Here you go.
We got to start this every time, man.
Okay, and we got a surprise for y'all to my man Dawson's immediate right, the one and only EZBZ, the newest host of Chop Shop. What's going on, BZ? How you feeling, man?
Pleasure to be in the presence of the people.
Okay. Presence of the people.
Okay. The presence of the people. Okay.
Without further ado, our special guest tonight, like I said, we highlighting June. We doing
the people, though.
I guess we is the people. I guess so.
We the
doing,
people.
And in the preamble, we the people. Okay, that's another conversation. Y'all cranking. Don't do that. Don't start that. So tonight's special guest, man, we doing Father and Sons for the month of June. Like I said, these two guys right here, man, this family right here, man, Bill, man, to my immediate left, we go back over 25 years, and then his son to his immediate left. You know, I used to coach him when he was a young, but now he doing his thing at Florida A&M. Making great things happen. So, without further ado, let me give it up for
not today.
CEO of IMpowered by Jasen Glanton and his son on 90.5 The Playmakers out of Tallahassee. Jasen Glanton II. What's going on, Jasen Glanton Jr.? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, y'all? It's the Florida boy making big noise from the 813.
Okay.
Stand up from the 90.5 The Playmakers.
Okay, there you go.
What an intro. Jasen can't even come behind that.
Hey, man, I taught him well. I'm going to just leave that alone. That's for both of us.
Okay, that's for both of y'all. Okay, that's both of y'all. Okay. Well, JG, let's get into it, man. Like we always, let people know about the Empowered Minds. Because we had you on actually last year, and we actually had JG on. We did a little Zoom, but I want to just let everybody know your vision with Empowered Minds, where it was when you first started, and what y'all doing right now. Because I done seen you on the news. You're doing a lot of good things in the city, man. So let's talk about it.
Man, appreciate the opportunity, man. But yeah, we started up a couple years ago. Still grassroots at this point, but at first it was a little tough, getting out the gates. Nonprofit, no experience, but just had a passion to give back to the community. So what we do is we have a fishing organization where we take kids fishing, and we teach the therapeutic aspects of fishing. Getting in that sunlight, releasing that serotonin, catching that fish, the dopamine, everything that come with it. And then we just felt that we needed to add community and add a balance. So the hyper focus behind fishing is recreation, education, and mental health. So we started up, like I said, a couple years ago, trying to find our way, getting our feet wet. And now, man, we've had tons and tons of support, tons of success. Shout out to the Chop Shop, always, keeping us grounded and making sure the city can see us. But yeah, News Channel 10, News Channel 13, St. Pete News. They haven't seen a lot of people doing what we do that look like us.
Yeah, that's different. That ain't something that you just go out, man. We finna take some boy fishing. You don't hear that a lot,
right?
Especially like you say, maybe going to get something to eat. Get out here, get some fish, bring some food back for later on. But like you say, we just to get out there in the fellowship, as far as say, y'all got a lot of good things going. Cause I actually kicked it with you last year on spring break. And I saw you had about 60, 70 kids out there, man. And I know that a lot of kids don't have dads. So that part that you play is very important. You had a great support group out there with you, a lot of other men helping the kids fish, and that's something that they'll take with them. And I think it's very important for us just as black men, especially as fathers, to give back. And sometimes, it ain't got to be necessarily your child that you reach out to and build a relationship with and just try to, show them, hey, you can do anything you want to do. Because I think for us, the biggest thing for us in the community is that everything is stressed on athletics. Athletics is going to be your way out. You got to play football, got to play basketball, baseball, run track. But that's not the case.
You forgot the other thing that I guess we'll get into later on.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
And I got no bars like me,
Oh, we got to be rapping.
Oh, Jesus.
Give me the mic.
Yeah.
I'm freestyle right now.
Hey, I got one across from me. So hey, military veteran, disabled to some degree, got a rating. I'm sorry, I even got it started.
Nah, man, but look, it's true. It's true, but the reason we try to bring the community in and just kind of bring it all together is football is one thing, but we also know that there's something required. You got to know something.
Absolutely.
Right. You know, basketball, you got to know something.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And fishing encourages, critical thinking. Because you have to have a certain bait to catch a certain type of fish. The winds, you watching the winds. You learn about marine biology. You learn a lot, so the kids are actually picking up a lot. So we are encouraging thinking. But here's the biggest thing is getting that football team on the boat together in some sort of healthy competition only helps them grow.
Yeah.
The camaraderie.
Builds camaraderie,
right?
yeah.
So now they faced with different situations. Now when they get back on the field, the things that they would have saw as problematic, now they're looking at creative ways to try to figure it out together, because we teaching that brotherhood, we teaching that unity, we teaching them how to look at a situation and not argue and complain, but what's my way out? So that's what we're teaching on the water. So that mentorship, everything happens, and that's what happened for me when I was a child. That's how my dad did me, so that's what pushed me to start it. And he was the test. I said, I'm gonna try everything I'm thinking, because I'm a trainer for Verizon. Yeah. And I like the way people think, and they encourage people. I said, man, I'm gonna try it with my son, and it worked. And I actually watched him change right in front of me. And I said, okay, we own to something, but it became my purpose.
Let's not ever forget fishing also, just like sitting on a tree stand, but it's no different. It teaches you patience as well.
Come on.
And that's very important. One of the things that a lot of these youngsters lack is, hey man, take time, it's gonna be all right. Sometimes you gotta sit there and watch and let things develop and play out and see how it turns out. So hey, I'm also impressed with the fact that you have the patience, you got these young men, and give them your time. So, we always gonna support you here. Plus, I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, though.
I ain't got the patience. I'm trying to go fishing at a hatchery or something.
Man, look.
Give me a net. Look. And line up. They biting down here.
Right. Where they at? Hey, go where they at. Nah, man, so what I teach them is, we taught that word patience. I'm glad you brought that up. And a lot of us think, we was raised to think that's just waiting on something.
Yeah.
But it ain't. True patience is your attitude while you wait.
Right.
Because if you can
That's
turn,
real.
turn that into, like, if I could be in the same situation as you, but I could be happy about it, like, man, I'm finna catch something. The whole time you over there mad.
Man, I ain't
catching nothing. You actually manifesting what's finna happen for you.
Right.
So we're teaching them positive thinking, critical thinking skills. What's your way out? But once you find that solution, let's go. Okay, they didn't bite your shrimp.
Right.
They didn't bite your greenback. But the moment you put that sand flea down there, you caught 10 in a row, you learn something.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? Problem is, they don't want to go through nothing. Now, that's a whole different thing. Yeah. They don't want to
go
through that.
No, that is the thing.
That is, like you said, I think sometimes we have conversation, for any level of success that you achieve, there's struggle that's going to come with it.
Oh,
and a sacrifice has to be made.
Absolutely.
And I think, for us, we've all been in different positions to get to where we are, but you had to give up something to do more of something to get to where you are now.
Or something was taken.
Something was taken.
That you thought was yours.
That you thought was yours.
Yeah,
you're right. So now we finna get into JG2. Last year around this time, you graduated high school, getting out of Warden. You got alumni to my right.
Don't bring it up.
Proud alumni.
Man, very well.
Well, he ain't gonna do like you do with Jefferson University. So that's another conversation.
High School.
Excuse me, I stand if he gonna start already.
University of Jefferson High School?
44
Tampa Bay Tech.
Gave the address.
Tampa Bay Tech.
Tampa 43607.
University of Jefferson High School.
Okay.
So going to FAMU. Been up there a couple times, and I was, much older than you, but there was a lot going on when I was up there.
Lord.
Same rules still apply now. So what made you seek your way to say, you know what? Because I know back in the day, and I was, we talked for Dawes guy, back in the day, if you wanted to do something with sports, it had to be with the newspaper. You had to work with the school paper, do something like that. So what made you take that leap to create your own lane and make something happen, for you?
Where do I start? So first, when I was going to FAM, I had the plan, broadcast journalism major. I knew I was going to ESPN one day. I knew that's how it was going to play out.
I got a cousin here.
How am I going to get there?
You got to claim it.
So I started this page called The Player Index in high school. And when I was at Warren my last year, when I got hurt, I was like, man, I got to stay around the game. So I started reviewing players around Hillsborough County, just putting them out there, just cause working on my craft for free.
Right.
Get the fam. Then it honestly, you know, gotta get in tune with the environment and stuff like that. You know, settling in. There was this opportunity to be on the radio, and it was this long. Nobody wanted to go to it. You had to sit in this like 5-hour training. And my homegirl was also a broadcast journalism major.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you said it again. How long was the class?
5 hours.
How many people wanted to do it?
Not a lot of people.
Sacrifice.
Not a lot of people.
Proceed. Go ahead.
There you go.
And
by the way, hold on real quick. It wasn't free. Your time is never free. You're investing in yourself.
Yes, sir.
Don't let your investment be free. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. So she was like, yeah, well, let's all go to it. She had to convince me a little bit too, because I had homework due. I was like, man, that jump start at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I could be doing homework. She was like, you know what? We all gonna go. We go to it. Go to the training. Training worked out. They was like, okay, I want you to take a test. So me and my homie Will, who's on the Playmakers with me, they had us do a little demo tape, 15 minutes. Me and him just got to rapping on there, all-time players, you know, AI's influence on the game, all that stuff. We freshmen, they was like, yeah, if y'all freshmen, you know, y'all really gonna be just kind of sitting in the background watching everything play out till it's your turn. They heard our demo tape. We was like, we need y'all on the show next week. We was
See
like,
that?
See how it works?
Yeah. See that?
we was like, dang. So like that was really the preparation. Ever since then, that drive, it just continues to increase. Like I'm always just trying to, you know, reinvent myself when it comes to this. I've had plenty of opportunities. Of course, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I won't say that, you know, I'm still a kid in college. Trust me, I know what's going on. I hang out a little bit. But I figured out that balance, and that's what really like people be like, you know. I got some people who in the J school with me, journalism, and they like, oh yeah, man, I don't really know, or I'm gonna start next year, blah, blah, blah. That's cool, cause you know, I ain't really, but I wanna start now. I don't know about you. I genuinely have a love for this. I have a love for the game.
What's your GPA?
You the reason why.
What's your GPA? We'll get
it's
into
like
that.
it's like a 3.3 right now.
Okay, do your thing. Go ahead and tell them what you're saying.
Tell them
Still in the sum cum laude, yeah.
Tell them what Uncle Gat told you when you was a young age. How journalism, how the seed got in.
So I was like 8, and one day I was watching SpongeBob in the living room, and my Uncle Gat came in. He was like, "Why you not watching ESPN?" He was like, "Didn't you just start hooping? Didn't you just start playing junior?" He was like, "You need to be watching ESPN." And I was like, "All right." Switched the channel, seen some Stuart Scott for like 10 seconds, and that was a wrap.
Yeah.
I was sold in. So then it was like SpongeBob in the morning, but right after that, it was always going to ESPN. Then it was going to sleep watching ESPN. Then it was ESPN all day.
But see, you got alumni. You got Tiffany Green, who does a lot of.
Tell them some more. You got Pam Oliver.
Pam Oliver went to FAM, and Pam was actually the top do the top game of the week with Troy and Joe Buck with John Maddox. Will Packer with the FAM too.
Sir.
So you have a lot. You have great resources available to you. But I think a lot of times what you're doing is, and I want to make sure I don't want to fit any young kids.
Why not?
You're doing what's not cool. If you understand what I'm
saying.
saying.
It is cool. But
it is because it works for you.
It's cool once it works out and it's successful.
Right.
Thank you.
If you do it and they don't see anything coming out of it, then it's not cool.
Right.
But now you continue on that path, you're gonna be probably the coolest one in your class.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got this philosophy between me and him. Obviously, fatherhood is mandatory. Okay. And we highlight the man and mandatory. In the 10th grade, we left Riverview. He's living with me now. We go to Wharton, and he said, I said, what you want to do when you get to college? And he said, Dad, I want to be in journalism. And I said, so when you gonna start? It was a test question for me. And he said, I'm going to start when I get to college. I said, no, you're not. You're going to start now. He said, what do you want me to do now? I said, go to the administrators. I don't care who you go to, but you need to come back and tell me what they said. Try whatever it is you want to do, you need to do it now. The thing about it, though, me and his mom, we watched him at 6 years old. He was recording on our phones, like recording and just, he was doing commercials. I love ribs and just ESPN, like animated. And we like, yo, this kid got something.
Telling my business, man. That's how it's supposed to be.
As parents, I'm like, we do this thing called gift watching in Empowered Minds. When we get a new kid, we watch for their talents and their gifts.
Right.
Because sometimes in our culture, we primarily talk about you doing this wrong and we always trying to curb what they're doing instead of receiving who they are.
Yeah.
So I received, I purposely
enhancing what they already have. Yeah.
And I start boosting them up from the inside. Say, oh, you good at this. And I start reminding, oh, you good at that, man. Keep that up. Next thing you know, when he was in elementary, he was doing the sports show for Mosey in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Like on the camera, like doing in elementary. So we just kept boosting him, and that's how it turned into this. And I challenged him in the 10th grade, and I said, go out and do it. Next thing you know, when I walk into Wharton's stadium, I hear my son commentating for the entire stadium, for the football team, for the girls' football team, and for the boys' football team for the spring game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what he did in high school. And I think collectively, me and his mom saw what he had, and we constantly watered that.
But something else you did, like you say, watered it. You gave him the confidence to believe he could do it.
Come on.
Right.
That's very important. Like you say, when you have, especially as, now go back to the thing, we're talking about dads, fathers, it's very important that you, whatever gifts that your children have, give them that freedom.
Yes.
Then also give them that confidence to believe, hey, you can do this.
Absolutely.
Because I tell mine all the time, I said, man, you come from leaders. You come from greatness.
Yes,
it's
sir.
in you.
I hope you play
Yes,
better
sir.
defense, though.
It's openness.
Yes, sir.
Why ain't never played defense? I mean, he ain't go tripping. He ain't go tripping. Now, that's another conversation. They ain't scratching his arm. But I get the ball up, though. Would I not get the ball up?
Oh, you gonna pass that ball?
Thank you.
No, he give it up. He giving it up.
No, I'm telling you,
Hey, he threw me some good ones.
yeah,
now.
go
He
get the
threw me
ball.
some
Go
good
there,
ones.
go get it.
You
Say
were
that was a long
blessed.
time ago. I was blessed.
You were blessed.
Yeah, he caught me anyway, man. Hey, we finna get to our first break, man. Tori, we finna.
Hey, don't run.
I ain't never ran track, so you know I ain't finna run. Right here. So listen, we're gonna take our first break, man. It's brought to you, my man Will D. Levis in August, man. So like I said, Redstone, bro, we riding for you. So any apparel online, check them out. Cigar Life, www.cigarlyfe.com. Ruff, let these good folks know what you got going on, man. Tell me you got
I just
receipts.
noticed that the screen was missing. I know we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. We don't
Yeah, you can't read it no more.
Go ahead.
There we go. Hey, but
Are you the teleprompter?
yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, I'm Greg Dawson, GD9 Attorney Pro Se Consultants. We help people navigate
sign
through.
language. I do the
Actually,
sign
we
language
used
with
to.
the
We
paper.
probably more used to help people navigate through the difficulties of self-representation. However, because of a change in things, I actually have a firm out of Chicago that's going to come on board with the federal case, and it's kind of eliminated some of the pressures, and I'm looking forward to it. But check us out, and then also tomorrow night on the Greg Dahl Show with DJ Squid, I'll actually be going over some of the documents that my buddy Waldo's looking at, and we got some
these numbers out of order.
I got some interesting emails about conversations that were going on about me that led up to the false allegation of perjury, which I actually
They were
won.
talking about you?
He has it right there. Yeah, absolutely. And apparently, I was transferring property to dead people. So we'll get into it a lot more tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube Live, and of course on Blog Talk Radio. You can call me 319-527-6090. Press the number 1 if you wanna talk. You can join the show and you'll be on the show live. So.
And tell you got receipts too, brother.
Oh, by the way, I have
Discount
receipts. I'm thinking retirement, but I do have receipts, and we're going to be segueing away now because things are really picking up.
that? Okay. With that being said, Torres,
Yeah,
we
we
do
finna
not own the
retire.
rights to this music. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. Give us some, Torres. back here, yours truly, EZDZ, for the second segment of Chop Shop this evening.
Which installment are we on now?
I don't even know. I ain't even count the episodes. I'll do that for you tonight, though. We done did a good amount. We started January, too.
I thought we always said this.
This June. I used to do that, but we doing that other spot. We done moved.
All right.
So I got my bad Dade. I got Himmy. I got Himmy.
Himmy is in the building.
Himmy's in the building. I got my man, a.k.a. Ruff, the infamous Greg Dawson, did EZBZ in here, making his debut, kicking it with us.
Polo.
And we got, like I said, we got the Glanton kids with us, JG1, JG2. We spoke about something that you spoke about before we got back into the show. You just talking about where trying different things and not being afraid to fail. I think for a lot of young kids, young men, let me say young men, if you told something, you can't do this, you ain't gonna do this, why are you trying to do this? It takes the air out of the balloon. And I'm sure, maybe not say definitely out your parents, but I'm sure you probably had some guys at school when you first spoke, you know, as you on campus, you in campus life, y'all hang together, you know, class, you know, you go eat, kick it, you know, after hours, you know, y'all rap. So when you first spoke about what you wanted to do, how did your partners receive that?
Well, the good thing is my circle doing the same thing. That's where I'll start.
Like-minded people. So here we go again.
That's
Like-minded
where I'll
people.
Start. But the outsiders, I think they seen it kind of I light a fire under people who's not doing the same thing too. Whatever your field is, if you school of business, if you school of nursing, figure out a way. My thing is always separating myself, right? Because we all here on this earth, but what good is it? How I'm trying to get to ESPN if we all doing the same thing? So I got to separate myself. So it's seniors and juniors that you know didn't think about starting their own channel till they was juniors and seniors. Right. I had got one my freshman year. I got one right now. So it's just really about watching the vets, taking what they do, not in a negative light, but like you said, making those adjustments, not having the fear of failure. I had somebody ask me, why did I post this? Because I wanted to. What you mean?
You know, it's funny, I don't mean to jump subject, but we launching WEZDZ July 1st. We're doing online internet radio. And I had a guy ask me at the shop a couple weeks ago, what made you start doing this? I said, because you didn't.
Real though.
I was being funny, but I was just being funny because you didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That
was being funny though.
But I mean, but for real though, but like,
no, you might be for real, but you being funny.
Well, I mean, what else?
Yeah, you didn't do it because you wanted to. You want to do it so Dawson stop talking about why the 70s is a better musical era than the 80s.
Well, we're gonna get into it.
But it's not though.
See.
Yeah, the golden era is the
80s.
No,
I thought it was the
90s. 90s. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Early 2000s.
It's
we got a little bit. We got
93 to about 03.
So we gonna have some good playlist. We got some good stuff coming. So yeah, get ready. So get back to what you were saying when you spoke about the energy that you got when you spoke about doing different things. In Tallahassee, that's a fertile area for high school football.
Yes, sir.
Does anyone get into that? Because I'm just thinking out loud. You could really, really change the game. I know you that fan.
Godby, Rickers.
Godby, Rickers, Lincoln, Leon. You got a lot of quality guys that you can see before everybody else does. Mm-hmm. So just a thought, you know what I'm saying? So if your Fridays are get in, too. Like I said, you got that link. So, you know, hey, rap with the ADs.
I don't know how that works, but
what's that?
Tallahassee Christian?
North Florida Christian, yeah. Mm-hmm. But you got enough going on the way you could even, like you say, you doing the Playmakers, you already got your network. You can get a couple guys up under you. Hey, y'all start working these games. Let's start working these games on Friday night. We get back, you know, hey, we got some footage. Because I'm telling you, I know for me, playing high school ball, we were never on TV.
Exactly.
Even highlight nothing. We would never highlight it.
Exactly.
Never. Right. But you know, they might put you in the paper. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you just do. But even like now, okay, Hillsborough County, they show 8. You're gonna get you about 12 games. They're gonna show maybe 45 seconds of, but it's gonna be a lot of Polk County, a lot of Pinellas, a lot of private, little bit of the city. Well, you make it.
I mean, the city. Let's be honest. Like the city product that they putting out is not what the private schools is putting out. It's not. They don't have the same.
No, football.
Even football included. Football's included. We have a couple of schools that look good this season, but the product is a different product.
I agree with that. I give you that.
It's a different product. This year was one of the probably the best years for Hillsborough County football.
You saw teams like Blake. Blake was decent this year. Leto won a lot of games. Leto won 6 games this year. So I agree with what he said. East Bay went 9-1.
And it's still not quality. Like, it's still not quality product.
See, and to what you just said, we had guys who did good here, but at the end of the day, we knew what? They weren't very good. But I just think the product is so watered down. We have 43 public schools now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
I graduated. We had 13 schools, nephew, in Hillsborough County.
Wow. But we need those schools though.
Yeah, people moving.
It's not like they just building up. Ain't nobody going.
Yeah, they out here now. They out here now.
And I was coming down 41 the other day, and I'm thinking y'all gonna need 2 more schools out there.
At least in the next 5 years, easily.
At least.
Easily.
Gentrification.
Yeah, because like you said, they moving. So you sit back and think the only old project still up is Robles.
Really?
That's it. Yeah. Everything else has been touched. I mean, Riverview Terrace has been beautified. West Tampa has been updated.
Oh, West Tampa ain't West Tampa no more.
Not at all. No, they ride
skateboards. What they
skateboards.
call that now? It's got another name. West Tampa got another name now. Or downtown.
Well, maybe I don't know, but I know they ride skateboards.
I know Carver City is West Shore Alliance.
It's low income housing, but it's different.
Alliance.
Yeah, West Shore Alliance. But like I said, but me and Dawson, we used to work down on Main in Albany. And I rode by several times. You got people on skateboards. That was never going on,
man.
Back in the day.
It's still low income housing, man.
Okay, I give you that.
Where?
Not on Main. Now definitely on Main Street.
Not on Main.
On Main.
Hey, let me tell you
who lived
what
there?
do you think the average price is in 33606 and 33609? What do you think now the average price
for a home?
Where's 09?
Probably South Town. Probably $475,000.
Yeah, easy, $500,000.
Easily.
I was gonna say
if I asked that question 20 years ago, you wouldn't have been nowhere close to that.
No.
Nowhere close.
But that's with any real estate though, dog.
No,
all of it's done.
I'm not talking about just the fact that the market has been saturated and overinflated. You can, y'all used to go hang out there where? On Kennedy every Friday.
Club Atlanta.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. You start going from where Club Atlanta was, and you go to those back streets, those are brand new homes.
Brand new homes out there. Yeah, they got brand new houses back there. On Cleveland, them side streets,
yeah.
Them new houses they throwing up.
High-end property.
They used to be like Spanish type, right?
Yeah. Like villas.
Yeah, they throwing them up.
Yeah, they put them up now. But like you said, I think that's the thing that we spoke about, with the school dynamic, and I want to get back to like what JG2 was talking about as far as doing different things. Have you thought about, and I just want to throw this out here, but I'm not even thought about, when you reach out to players, are they receptive?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to talk about, right?
Okay.
So I remember I came home over break, and player here, I'm not going to say who it was. I was like, hey, bro, I'm at FAM. I got this radio station. Just want to get a quick interview. Just record you. You playing. I just watch you hoop. You go to where you go.
Okay.
He was like, no. And I was like, okay. But in my head, I'm thinking, if only they knew. And coach, that's what I was saying earlier. Could you imagine the time with a father, the time with a coach has to be the same off the court as it is on the court so they can understand stuff like that, right? Because I'm hearing these stories about how when y'all was coming up, it wasn't that many schools. When y'all was coming up, it would have been a blessing. Somebody to get a film of you dunking on somebody would have been.
I'll tell you something.
You would have been the hottest thing in the town for the next 5 years.
Straight up.
Deion Sanders said they created prime time his junior year of high school. Mm-hmm. His junior year of high school, he was sitting with a friend. They were either at his house. Yeah, because he had dunked, he had showed out, and the guy said, we should call you prime time. And he was like, man, I don't know. And he said he just took it, and he's the first one to market himself, and he backed up what he was. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what made him as great as he was, because he
was good.
No, he did. No, by no means. By no means.
He was good.
By no means. He walked it as he talked it.
And he worked.
But that's why I was, getting back to, so a young kid may not realize, because once again, younger people, they see right here. They don't see down the road. So if you say right here, let's say we in Brandon, they can see the dealership, but they can't see 75, if you understand where I'm going.
Well, it's something to stand close to the wall. All you see is what's in front of you. You walk back, your peripheral will pick up whatever's on the wall, and you step back, you'll see the outlets. You get more.
Because you could have never asked me at 86, 87, so I did interview for who? Yeah. Where you need me to meet you at?
Yeah, exactly.
If I got to be
I gotta get there.
whatever you need me to do. If I got to step outside, I'm on all that.
Don't nobody believe I could dunk no more.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't even believe me. Like
I sure don't.
You ain't got to believe it. I ain't got no footage of it.
But like you said, I think that's what But you know what I'm telling you what's funny.
I wish I did.
But I'm telling you what's funny. Here we go, just having a good network of being with good people. And I go back to Dade City with this. I came to Dalton. I said, let's start doing high school game of the week. That's 2015. Tech, number 5, playing Jefferson, number 7. Quarterback at Jefferson, K. Weldon.
Who?
K. Weldon, Casey Weldon's son, played at Florida State.
Yeah, University.
Playing against Tech, quarterback by Mike Penix.
Yeah.
That's Waldo's cousin.
Okay.
So we do the interview. We do something for the end of the year. Now, here it is. Mike is going to be a Heisman favorite. Probably say top 3 or 4 going into the next season. But when you talk about just a grounded, humble dude, and I always hang my hat on, because he did something. He could have been like, man, I ain't doing that. But he did. I interviewed him and Daquan Green.
After you treated him the way you treated him before you seen him play.
Okay.
Now let's discuss that. Now let's get back to that.
No, I told him.
Let's get back to that.
This is Mike's first game in Hillsborough County.
Mm-hmm.
I thought K.
And I told you he was the best quarterback in Hillsborough County.
But Walt, you're not biased. So let's throw that in the equation too.
But I went back to D and said, D, when have I told you a player was good? What?
Well, sometimes you told me some guys that have played, but that's another conversation. But Mike was that guy. Well, and he's still, like I say, to this day, just real good dude.
The first thing I know about Mike, and I told you, other than him being left-handed, I said, he looks just like Eric.
Yeah.
He looks
and it looks easy.
We all telling Mike stories? Because I got one.
Go ahead. What's your Mike story? Now, this ain't all the way live. It's just
for sure. For sure. Yeah,
I'm telling you a story.
That's real though.
Me and Dawson took the kids to eat, and we went to it was a bar. So they took a picture of Mike, and there was a Budweiser sign behind the picture. Waldo's grandmother called him and was like, his auntie, why y'all got my baby in
front of a Budweiser picture?
And Waldo was like,
that Big D took him there.
And that's what Waldo said. So Waldo threw it. We like a B4 break. He totally threw me up under the bus. I'm like, Waldo, come on, man, free me, man. He said, my auntie want to holler at you, dog. She wants your number. But go ahead, what's your story?
We was at Tech. I think I was like 8th grade. I was talking to Coach Jay at the time. And, ninth grade, somewhere around there. We was at Tech. We was playing basketball. And I knew, football was his thing for real, but, it's
they were undefeated his junior year, too, for basketball.
Yeah. When they had Tyrese and all them boys.
City.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
I seen Mike come down on a fast break. And somebody, I forget who they was playing. They had the audacity. They didn't even jump for real. They just tried to contest it. They thought he was just gonna do a layup. This man tried to 360 windmill on this dude. And I promise you, he missed it by this much. If he had made that dunk, I'm not talking high school, I'm not talking college. That is a ESPN all-time.
But he got good genes. He got good genes. Dad,
literally.
Real athletic uncles. He got some. They come from an athletic family though.
His dad was 5'10".
He was left-handed.
And he played. And he
was
played power forward.
He had two.
He could jump out the gym.
Yeah,
I remember Coach Johnson talking about it.
Yeah,
he said he was a quarterback.
Like I said, but real good, he's a grown man now. But like I said, we interviewed him, gave a great interview.
If he would have put as much into basketball he did football, he would have been D1 basketball too. Wow. He just ain't put
right.
His thing. He was
if he could keep it on the black, he probably making about $11 million right now, in between the blacks, because he's left-handed and he can definitely throw the ball.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see next year come April where he goes. But like I said, we got college football in front of us, so I mean we'll do that show a little later in the year.
Well, they're for the place I thought he was going to end up being. They already made their decision this year. I actually thought he was going to end up in Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do too.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to come back to Indiana.
On the topic of high school though, because we ain't wrapped it up
do your thing.
So I had went on Max Preps one day, and I was just like, let me see everybody who got interest at FAM in Tallahassee area.
Okay.
Just looking, like I said, thinking outside the box. Reaching out to some guys, you know, some people, oh, bro, I'm straight, whatever, I don't want to do it. The one guy who does it, I'm in a similar Christian organization as him called Young Life. He a kicker, and I think he was at Lincoln, white guy. He was like, yo, blah, blah, I see what you're doing. I was like, yeah, I heard you got interest in FAM. I want you on my podcast. Come be on my podcast. We gon', you know what I'm saying? Just to talk for real, just to rap.
Right.
My podcast, Better Hospitality. The Hospitality, we sit on the couch together. We just talk to him.
Okay.
He ended up committing to FAM. I had got in touch with Coach. Coach was like, man, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what you did, but I'm just like, that was just me just trying to be genuine.
But that's once again networking, knowing the right people, and putting people in position.
And you never know what can come.
You never know what come from the seed, but your gift is people.
Yeah.
You gravitate to people, then people gravitate to you as well. So if you have that gift, you can reach out to someone. So here it is, a guy that's undecided on where he's going. Come by, kick it with y'all, chop it up with y'all. Like, you know what? Okay, I like the vibe. This is something I want to do, because he's already going to be a minority, so he'll get the minority scholarship anyway. So he making out both. His parents ain't got to pay for nothing.
Right. And
you said they're part of a Christian organization, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Didn't that book say something about your gifts will make room for you?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go there.
Come on.
Yeah, he like to read now. He read now. He can read. But now I'm gonna tell you now, two sides of that. Now he missed the game winning field goal. They gonna say he bought him over here now.
And I'm gonna be just like this. I sure did.
Hey, but let me say this. I haven't seen two HBCU football games that come out of field goal. That come out of field goal.
They cut out the extra point.
Extra point.
Right.
Not a field goal. Yeah, most coaches going for it. 4th and 2, yeah, I'm going. We bringing it back here. Y'all going to go for it. I know HBCU.
We seen how Jackson State ended, though.
Right, but I'm saying, but HBCU kickers are 30
What you mean by
yards
that?
and in. They ain't doing that 30 yards. Yeah, them extra points.
They might be on the 25.
They going for it. You talking about doing a 42-yard field goal? They going for it. No, we finna go for it. Yeah, we going for it.
His long 39 for the season.
Yeah. He definitely in there. Yeah.
That's outside the range.
Yeah, that's how it rain.
Yeah, the
You
22.
say, well, they move from left to right on your dial, and they moved inside of 25.
All them talking about a 40. Who doing a 42-yard field goal?
They now moved inside of 25. That makes it 42, right?
Bro, they ain't doing it. They going for it. Folks, they going for it. We finna run a sweep. We finna bootleg. We finna do something.
What?
We tried it. All right, that's too much pressure.
Terrible, bro.
But
it's true.
That's true, though.
It's kind of true.
That's why I say that you sit back and think like, and I love. We've had so many guys that have gone to the league, Hall of Fame. Because there's more guys that went to Hall of Fame went to South Carolina State than in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Just a thought. So you have Southern. Southern's got some guys. Jackson State got 4 or 5 guys that done went.
Oh yeah.
So you sit back and think, and it's like,
Who from South Carolina? I'm not.
Harry Carson.
No. Who from South Carolina?
I'm just thinking about that. Everything South Carolina and Clemson combined, they were just making that statement.
Who is in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
From South Carolina.
I don't know. But I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying they were making that observation. They have more for them two combined. So I don't know.
Think about it. I'm saying, who is in the Hall of Fame?
That's what I'm saying. So you sit back and look. I remember when McNair was at Alcorn State. Remember Jerry Rice at Mississippi Valley. You just didn't have. They were field goals. That wasn't the thing.
No,
Even I'm telling you, you want to see something?
Right.
You want to see something funny?
Neither was deep.
Watch the SWAC basketball tournament.
Oh my God.
That's like they playing. They up and down. Like they're just like they hooping at the park.
Unfortunately, man.
There's no real,
Unfortunately.
There's no fluidity. There's no fluidity. They just hooping.
A few years ago, they had somebody who was out of the SWAC that was actually kind of good. A few years, huh?
Basketball?
Yeah.
When you say kind of good, like in the tournament, like making noise, or like they just ran through that. Run through the conference. Okay.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah, they had one that was actually okay.
That might have been Southern. Southern was decent a couple years ago.
It was.
Morgan State, that's me.
Was it Prairie?
Yeah. No. Prairie did actually have a good team a couple years ago, though. Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Like I was looking at like
relatively speaking.
Yeah, I was
but when you find, like I said, when you find your lane and what you enjoy doing, it's not work anymore.
No.
That's right.
You know, it's a labor of love that you put into it, and that's why I always try to tell people will always see you shine, but they don't see your grind.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So continue to do what you're doing, and I always try to tell my man right here, you have so many gifts available to you.
Absolutely.
Dig within yourself to find out, you know what, this is what I enjoy doing. Because I remember, like I was trying to tell Kobe come through the barbershop, you and Waldo used to cut our hair. He come in and clown. He can run off little tidbits, you know, and stuff like that, facts and stuff. You know, he been on the show with us through Zoom, but I want to come in here in the studio, kick with and get that vibe and get that feeling, because I'm telling him, that younger audience, y'all get behind each other.
Yeah.
So when you got something that's going, younger people, they own that. They gravitate to it. So like you said, you got the Playmakers, and let people know what night or what day do you do it?
So the Playmakers is during school, but Brother Hospitality, we just do an episode once a week, me and my buddy Willie Hurt. So whatever's relevant
Shout
at the
out
time.
to Willie.
My boy
Where's
Willie.
Willie from? Where
Chill
Willie
Willie from the rack, from the 312. You already know how you do in the studio.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Ruff up there, Chirac.
Out west.
He from
He never gonna let you forget it either.
Go
Hey,
ill.
listen, I was thinking the other day, I forgot how many greats actually came out of the Chi. I knew about Sam Cooke. I knew about.
What you talking about? Like I said, you talking about
Isaiah,
Kanye, Zeke,
I mean, just
he talking about everything.
all the way across the board. Like Harold Washington.
Fire.
Common.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't forget about Common now, y'all.
Yeah, I just said Common. Yeah,
Okay,
Common.
all right.
Mr. West.
Chance is from Chicago too, right?
Chance from
Yeah,
Chicago.
Chance.
Chief Keef. I mean, if we talking about that, yeah.
Chief, like I said, but they've had a lot.
Game
Michelle
changer,
Obama,
man.
really, but you know.
Yeah, but they've had like I said, Chicago, but then that's a progressive African American city. Mm-hmm. So you
Very
sit back
much
and
so.
think, and fam is still in that wave where they getting kids from not only Miami, Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, but they plucking Chicago, Atlanta. Atlanta's probably 15% of their population.
Atlanta's actually one of the biggest ones. Atlanta is because everybody got their little introduction from where they from. So it's Atlanta. I know it's Jacksonville, and
I know Atlanta's
then,
probably the largest city outside of Florida.
and then Miami. I think Atlanta too, actually, on the whole spectrum.
But like you say, Lil J, it's so funny because I came out of '88, so we still got kids that've gone to fam. They kids going to fam.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to fam, like for example, one day you gonna have kids, they gonna have no choice.
Yeah.
You going to fam. That's where you going.
Right.
They ain't got no. Ain't gonna be dad. I want to
Kids
go.
like that, man.
But a lot of people,
They
but HBCU,
They can go to
be
state.
on that though.
They go to Florida
He
State.
wanted-
That's about
he wanted to
it.
go to state first.
You
Boy,
did?
Boy,
Yeah.
he went to both campuses, and boy, once he seen fam, it was a wrap.
Say it again.
I
went to both campuses.
but I
Wanted to
tell
go to
people
state.
he went to Florida State. But I tell people all the time is that
We look alumni.
You went to Florida State?
Everything was Florida State for us coming up. Everything. It was in his blood.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing I'll say, because I remember my daughter came to me and she went to Berkeley, and when she's graduating, she's like, well, they want me to do this, this, and this, and I'm like, well, what do you want to do? She said, I want to be a pharmacist, and I said, as much as it pains me, there ain't even a question.
Right, you gotta go to fam.
yeah.
It's not even a
You
question.
gotta go to fam.
Not a question.
Straight up.
I try to tell
Straight
my
up.
son that. You know, Dwayne Brooks, who went to FAM, is actually training for the Pelicans. He went to University of Thomas Jefferson High School. Went to University of Thomas Jefferson High School.
He go to plug.
Before, but he played football with me. And I was trying to tell my son, I said, you have an inroad that came through FAM. You know, you want to go into kinesiology anyway. FAM. You know, it may pain me. My issue with FAM was they closed the door on my face when I was in the Army. When I was, hold on.
Cue the music.
I closed the door. I'm home on leave, and I'm like, everybody's accepting me except. And back in the day, what was the thing about FAM? They would lose your paperwork. I don't got accepted by Florida.
Oh, that's still happening though. Don't get that twisted. That's still happening.
The views and opinions, you're not.
I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck.
And they're in a digital age, and they still doing it. They'll find a way. So I'm there right before they close the lady closed the door on my face, right there. I'm the last guy. I'm stepping up. Well, you had to come back Monday. I'm on leave. I came here.
Right.
I was married at the time. I'm like, I said, man, all right, man, we can go down. But I mean, Dr. Collins and my aunt, yeah, the whole FAMU.
And it's a lot of
It's all over my wrist, man.
A lot of affluent African from this city have got
still
their
say
foundation at
go to
FAM.
Yes,
Go
sir.
to FAM. If you want
Yeah.
to finish and you want the opportunity and to be involved in a HBCU culture, go to FAM.
I told my cousin, because he was going to HCC for 2 years. Well, that's what he's doing right now. And I just tell anybody, if you don't know what you want to do, go to FAM. If you know what you want to do, go to FAM. If you still figuring it out, go to FAM. because I feel like even I knew what I wanted to do going to
He should be on the
school.
commercial. He should be on the fast commercial.
Not doing anything. But just get up off the couch.
Like your boy, yeah, like
You ain't brush your hair this morning?
The one thing, man, don't forget this. In 1996, you college of the year in 1996, I believe it was, right? You college of the year in 96, right?
yeah. And we did number one public HBCU this year too. And last
Number
year.
one public?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Check that just in case.
Okay.
When he was going in, that's what it was.
I want to ask you 2 questions before we go to our next break. Were you homesick your first semester?
Cap. He finna cap.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. No, not first semester. Second semester it got tough. Second semester I'm like, dang. Now like once you
Well, man, that's kind of bad.
What
makes second semester tough?
Because what happens is you get acquainted. Okay, so like when you first get the film, you know, you bright eyed. Oh my goodness, this. You know what I'm saying?
Action like my boy Clint say, action and adventure.
And then so really what it was I was getting so used to being there, it was normal second semester. It was just kind of like everyday life no more. So I started missing home because I'm like, man, I wonder.
They want to come get you a plate, get some groceries.
Oh, the plate.
Come home.
The plate, man. I told Pops, I said, when I come back here, I say, man, I'm not eating. We're not eating out. We need straight plates. We cooking. I don't care what we cooking, man, because that's really just what it was. That second semester, just like, I mean, now that I've seen everything, you know, I got everything going. Dang, man, I miss my mom. I miss my Pops, man. Second question, though.
When did you realize, you know what, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right up here?
I could say at orientation, I could say that, but when I actually got up in the fall, like the way I seen everybody, like when they talk about that family thing for real, like I seen that firsthand. People, it's just a different kind of environment. Anybody could be walking past you, hey bro, I like your fit, or I know who you is, you so and so partner, blah blah blah. That just people talking every day, the culture of it. That's why like when people like Dion out here be saying, oh, go to HBCU, I now that I've seen it myself, I would say the same thing. But like I would tell people, I was the same young, closed-minded individual. I felt like if I went to fam, I'd be distracted, I wouldn't be getting undone, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. And now it's the complete opposite.
It's all about the individual, but I think something else too, though.
Yeah, I know a couple souls got lost up there.
Yeah. I
Me
mean,
too.
Like I say, I'm saying,
Already.
Listen. I know firsthand, I know some guys that was up there from August through December.
Yeah.
One semester.
Where so and so go? Oh yeah,
it.
man, he back in
go.
Detroit.
He back home. He back. Like I said, what's funny is that when everybody come back second semester, the first couple of days you be like, okay, well, I ain't seen him. Like you seen him? I ain't seen him either, dog. So then when you go to registration, it's out. So you'll see the registration like, well, bro, you seen what's his name?
Yeah, bro.
I ain't
But
seen him.
registration is different now than it was when we came through. When we came through, you could see everybody in the gym or in the
gym.
line. Now you can do stuff online. See, there was no online when we were.
But what if I told you?
I think his village too was big because he first he didn't want to go to school nowhere local. His mom wanted him to stay local. He's like, nah, I'm out of here.
Now you gotta get
So
out of
I thought that was good because I wanted to go experience, get
Definitely.
get away.
Get away. I always told her that.
So I think that gave him enough motivation to get through that first semester. Then it got real. But the support, I think his support group is good from his mom's side of the family to my side of the family. We always like there asking him questions, how you feeling, checking his temperature at all times.
Yeah,
so.
then also I need a couple $, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I tell you the worst feeling
that's
is to be away from school, be at school. And back in the day, you had to wait to get that check. You know what I'm saying? They ain't cash out of Zelle now.
Right.
Yeah.
And the mailman comes Saturday, and that check ain't in there, that's pain.
I challenge him a little bit on that.
Talk to what you did.
Because what we did is junior year in high school, he said, I don't want to work for nobody. I said, okay, I'm with it. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but if you saying that, you got to back that up with something. So we created a do-rag business.
So, I remember that.
So he got a do-rag business, take your top off. He ain't been asking me for money while he's in school. He ain't been asking me for nothing.
I
set him up.
So listen, trust me. It was some mornings where I woke up, Friday morning, big weekend ahead of me. I say, man, I can't call him, ask Pops. I know he'll give it to me. I can't call and ask Pops though. This is the Glanton in me. I say, you know what? I'm finna sell 6 do-rags on set today. What I do? exactly that. Might end up selling 8, might end up selling 10. But it was just that.
How much you selling them for?
That 8 each.
Okay.
Right now, we new season coming soon.
Yeah,
$48
$48 good buddy.
But I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that.
That's done. Yeah, that's
so website coming soon. But yeah, them was just the moments where I was like, man, I could call and ask Pops, and he could give it to me. He gonna say, oh, what's going on with this? So I'm gonna just go do it anyways because I know what he finna ask.
They gonna ask you like what you got going on, because it got to add up.
Not gonna lie, first time I called to ask my pop, I say, last week of April, this right before exams, before we come back home, I said, I'm finna get a haircut. He said, okay. I was like, what's up, you trying to go half with me? He was like, yeah, but is you straight? And I was like, yeah, I just want to see if you go half with me. He was like, I got you. Cause it was that simple, and we got that trust where it's like, he know, I got it for real, but I really just wanted to be humble and just ask, just to see like, what was what. If not, I was still gonna give him a haircut.
So you're not taking any classes this summer?
Not yet. I'm gonna do summer B.
Summer B.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So
that being said, we done discussed haircuts and summer B. We finna get into our second break. This gonna be brought to you by my man Carlos Martin at the Auto Repair Center. 813-443-4730, 7101 North 40th Street. Lois riding with Hemi Buckets. And the Heat say they gonna do it in 6.
As he should.
And if you see we rocking up here on the paddle, we got Chop Shop, WDZ, and 813 shirts. Check out Elevated Designs, 813-400-7015.
And I'm looking forward to getting a couple of more of the WEDZ shirts, Miss Newton.
Well, Eddie Haskell, you go ahead and reach out to Lisa direct. I don't know why Eddie Haskell go to show and do this. He be tripping.
No, I was just admiring the quality of the stitching on Waldo's shirt.
I'm gonna have Will Cleveland get with you next week. Hey, Torres, give us somebody down on the righteous music. We'll be right back.
You kids don't know nothing about it. that game. No,
All right, we back here for our final segment of the Chop Shop.
And disappeared.
You're truly EZDZ. We got Ruff a little bit upset.
Yeah,
we
we go.
Very good conversation. Dade City, Hibby Buckets here kicking it with us.
Let's go.
EZBZ making his debut. We got the Glantons, JG1, JG2. If you have not been in the jar in the last, say, 3-4 days, NBA Finals has just kicked off.
Denver's in a pickle.
I wouldn't go that far, but right now the NBA Finals
Speaking
has
of
the
jars,
Heat.
Denver's in
The
the
Heat
pickle.
and Nuggets are tied up at 1-1. So I'm gonna go around and I'll start with Jay. We'll come to you last. Give me a prediction on the series. Who you got winning? How many games? I go to JG first.
I like Denver in 7.
Denver in 7.
Denver in
Okay.
7. I say Denver
Bless
has
his
been
heart.
showing me signs of greatness for years, but I think I saw something different in this team as far as their fluidity, coaching, answering tough. When they lose tough games, they come back with an answer. And I think that's the pedigree you need for a championship team.
Their coach is gonna be the problem.
Jokic just ain't nobody gonna stop Jokic. And I see that Kobe and Mike, that dog.
So
I'm
far,
going to score
don't
whenever
do
my
that.
team needs it.
Don't do that.
I'm going to score whenever my team
Jokic
needs
the best
it.
player in the
he's
league.
the best player in the league.
No doubt. No doubt.
He's
I'm going to
Yeah.
score when my team needs it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true statement.
Lil
He
Jay,
always
what you got?
scoring in the heat, man.
What's your prediction?
Well, first I'll say that my dad has said this about the Nuggets for the past 6 years.
Okay, so we know. Okay.
So
so
he
he
really
went
been
wrong.
standing. He been
Yeah.
standing. No. Listen, because I used to try to tell him, but he was always like, Jay, I just see something different next year. Jay, I just see something different. But he stood on it though.
He
It
been-
it worked
he been
out.
there since
It
Melo,
worked.
for real.
It worked.
I watch it.
But keep in mind, Murray was hurt. Murray
got
got
hurt,
21,
right.
21, so he didn't play 21 or 22.
21 or 22.
So
exactly.
20 they went in the
last
bubble.
night.
He did, and he gonna play Wednesday night.
Say, oh.
Okay, so you made the series on one game. Don't be that person.
He played
Don't
game
do that.
one.
No, a lot of that's a
Hey,
bad
when
habit
we
this
won a
generation
championship
got.
20 When did we win a championship? 21?
20.
20.
Yeah, 20. You beat
Talking
the
about
Heat.
the
You beat the Heat 4-2.
No, okay, I know you said 21, 22, so we're in 23.
He got hurt last month of the season, 21.
Right. So
Yeah,
he didn't play, but that was
Went over
but that was
ACL
big.
too,
yeah.
He got hurt. So what's your prediction?
Man, honestly, like I like the Heat in 7.
Heat in
I'm not
7.
gonna
Okay.
lie.
That means they got to win on
Another
the
game
road.
in Denver.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
that.
some kind of way they got to win in Denver.
Don't say, but that's what they got to do. What you got?
I like the Heat in 6. I feel like they're battle tested and they've been here before.
So they're gonna win. So they gonna
Coach
close.
has
So they
said, I
gonna
like
close.
that.
They gonna close them out in Miami.
Yeah.
Ruff, what's your take on it?
Not necessarily Miami, but yeah, they'll
Well, game 6 is in Miami. Yeah, so it's 2-2, 1-1-1.
no, I know. Or they can go beat them in Denver the second time. They can just close out here. But anyway,
No,
Will
let's
they
stop,
close
let's
out?
Stop, let's stop. Where's game 6 at?
He said they ain't gonna make it to game 6.
Okay, but I'm just this is what he said.
he said in 6. Okay.
Okay, that's all just going on what he said.
Any of them, or they can win.
Just
They can win. They can
Jefferson.
win this next one and then lose the next 3. But anyway,
And that's still
It's
in
still
Miami, but go ahead.
Still
Thank you, sir.
Miami.
See what I'm talking
Miami.
about? It's in Miami.
But I actually didn't think it was possible. I think it's going to actually be Miami.
Yeah, how many?
I don't know. It's just going to be Miami.
Okay.
It's 6 or 7, but it's going to be Miami.
Okay.
I don't think Miami's better, but
you
I hate
got?
to say it. Spo is actually better than I thought he was.
Okay.
Me too. I
What
give
you
that.
got?
He's better than I
I
thought he was.
don't want to get out
Pat
here,
Riley
you
better
know,
than
and just
okay, all right.
and just beat my chest and
Well, go ahead,
get
go
out
ahead,
here
go
and
ahead,
rah
go ahead.
rah.
You're
you
not
know.
for saying 5, are you?
I wanted to. I'm gonna be humble.
Denver and 6.
I'm gonna be humble.
So they gonna close it out in Miami. In
You
Miami.
go 5, Denver and 6.
In Miami. Okay. Now this is what I say.
We'll close him out of game
So that's
6.
it.
Yeah.
I say Denver in 6 or 7. But this one that's fairly good. So process this. Out these first 2 games, and I'm gonna go start with you. I'm gonna come back the other way. Who's been the best player for the Heat so far? If you had to get MVP right now, who? I'm gonna go to you first.
We have to give it to Gabe.
Gabe Vincent. Okay.
Yeah,
What's your
straight
take?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Actually,
The last 2 series.
Thank you. Other than
No, the
Butler's
last
great-
series you had to get that to Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
Cause he really ain't, and that's what I'm saying. So
I give you
as
that.
a
I give you that.
as a
Now watch when he
basketball
get home.
fan,
Now watch when he get home.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be pivotal
Yeah.
to see how he plays the bar. But what about you? Say Vincent also?
Yeah. Well, I want to take Bam, though. Between
No,
Nah.
bro.
Bam had, but Bam
Nah,
had
Bam has
26.
a good game.
Bam had
He has.
26.
Bam
Bam's
has a
good.
good
Bam,
game.
Bam's been solid.
Hey, and he protected that rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam give everything he got.
Against who?
And whoever comes down.
Whoever they guard, I mean, like I say, but it's
Not Jokic.
Yeah, but he's undersized.
That's
He giving everything he
Yeah,
got.
nobody
He
undersized.
undersized and he
He
giving
undersized.
everything he got.
And see, people don't understand. Jokic is 7'1",
285.
285.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot
Interesting,
laying on
we
you.
beat them. We had somebody that could guard him.
Bro, that's over with.
And Bam showing up offensively too. It ain't like
talking about the finals,
he
dog.
disappearing on the other end.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Serious back.
Bam showing up on the offensive end too. He
I
ain't
say,
disappearing.
I would lean towards Bam.
He ain't
Bam,
disappearing.
Bam. I mean, Gabe been hooping.
I like Gage,
But
man.
Bam would get my Bam would.
I think
I think Bam's the X factor. I think that's what you're saying. If the Heat are going to win, Bam is like what it comes down to.
But see, to me is that the thing. But the thing with the Heat is that when they make their threes, they're so much better. Like Strus came on hot in the first.
If they
Over
make their
10.
threes, they're gonna beat them in 5.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So to me, and this is just me. I'm gonna give Miami game 1. I mean game 3
and 4.
And 4.
I ain't gonna say no. They can't
You
go back
Miami
there.
that game?
That's 6.
I'm giving
Yeah,
that
but
game.
here's the thing.
I think Denver's gonna play. Denver's gonna play. Denver's gonna get one of these games. Denver's gonna get one of these
Murray's not
games.
gonna be this cold again. I don't think.
KCP won't
Watch.
either.
Okay.
I like them in next game.
We gonna see. Like I said, one thing about
I like Denver.
Y'all
I
said
like
Murray was cold. Murray wasn't cold. Jimmy Butler was on him. That's the difference in game 1 and game 2. He was out there cooking. Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vince, he was cooking them.
And then y'all got Hero supposed to be coming back too.
But I'm gonna say this though.
Say he might not come back.
Martin played a phenomenal series.
Right.
But I still think they don't win without Gabe Vincent doing what he do. I think he hit timely shot. His shots is so timely.
They
Fourth
bigger
quarter,
shots.
whenever
Yeah.
you need that man to put, he gonna put the ball in the basket.
He clutch.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do something real quick with my new school. Who's your favorite basketball player? Bron?
Kobe Bean Bryant, man.
Kobe Bean.
24
And you, Bron. Okay. Okay. That's fair. I know you, Mike. I'm Mike. He's Magic. You, Mike.
Who?
Magic. He's okay. Good.
Mr.
Nah, he
Magic.
like
I know what that is.
He like Isaiah though.
Johnson.
Wait, say
Wait,
Isaiah-
your favorite player is Magic?
We had a conversation. I'm gonna get Charlie on there because
Oh,
I love my brother, but Ruff is so emotional. He said Isaiah's the best basketball player to come out of Chicago. I said D Wade is, and that's just me. And I think D Wade.
He tripping, bro.
He not tripping.
No, I'm not tripping.
I like this.
I'm not tripping because see what you're going on is that Isaiah I think played in probably the best, one of the better areas of basketball because you beat Larry Bird, you beat the Lakers, and you used to whoop the Bulls. But D Wade was something different.
immediately.
Totally
Effective
different.
immediately.
I'm talking about second year in the league. They played and lost game 7 at the house.
He came out. He was 30
and
though.
led the team.
But he
was
also
the
he
go-to guy.
was a 2 versus a 1.
Facts.
And he's also
Facts.
the thing that I said.
Wait,
Different
who was the one?
Isaiah.
But Dumas, if you follow the Pistons,
Okay.
Dumas, what you call it, was really. I mean, Isaiah might have brought the ball up, but they were interchangeable. So I mean, that's
he's also he might have been 6 feet. They listed him at 6'1". He might have been 6'1".
Okay.
The things that I say make him great is the totality of his package and how he played, and what he's able to do as the smallest guy on that team.
Okay, but who? So you put Isaiah? You say Isaiah's body of work was better than D Wade's? D Wade has a scoring title.
D Wade has more
Accolades?
maybe trinkets, but you say who's the best player?
Trinkets. Okay, but he got 3. He got 3 against Zeke. What you think?
Well, I'd say if it wasn't for injuries, I like D Rose in his prime. He's the best player to ever come out of Chicago.
That's a healthy argument as well. That's a. But
I mean,
when
so injuries, I would love to see what it would have looked like.
Zeke got hurt too, and was beaten up, and
D Wade was never hurt.
I didn't see
D Wade played hurt.
All 3 of them hurt.
I mean, all of them went through. But
I'll say this about D Rose because it is interesting that he brought him up, and I forgot about him. But I'm like, I've never seen, and he was, people who watched him he was another animal. And
he was different.
That injury, it's amazing how much the injury actually took away from that he could never get back.
Right. But he lost his thing was his bounce.
Yeah.
His
first Ja Morant.
Yeah.
His quickness was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, because like I said, we're from Chicago, so we be having these kinds of conversations all the time. But I'm not gonna lie, prime D Rose, prime Westbrook. I'm taking Westbrook. That's just me though.
What?
I think I'm taking
100%.
100%.
Listen,
But this is what I mean. Let me just throw this in real quick. If you have emotional where you like that person,
You can't be talked off.
it's
for a reason though. They gotta earn it.
I feel you, but it's hard to have that debate because you ride with Westbrook. That's your guy. You like Westbrook, and I get. But then also people don't.
He could never fit in them Adidas over there in Chicago.
People forget Westbrook played with probably the best scorer outside of Mike that we've seen.
Direct.
Which is they're definitely talented. You talking about 6'11"? That's a difference. I hate they didn't stay together.
Me too.
As far as say ego
And Harden.
and Hard too. All three of them won MVP.
I think Westbrook is the reason that team.
Let's say about
I don't
KD.
think Westbrook will ever win.
I think that over and maybe he's not diminishing, but maybe I'm seeing something different in KD. But you said something. He's the best, most dominant scorer outside of Mike.
Talented.
Most gifted.
Talented. Definitely.
Yeah.
I thought about it. He right. I mean,
He
who
can
you gonna
score.
throw? T-Mac?
He
No.
can score.
He can do a lot of different things. I just wonder if he needs the spacing that comes with a different kind of player on his team.
Okay, but let me
What
ask
you
you
talking about in
this.
Phoenix compared to what's going to happen in Phoenix right now?
Man, I don't care where you put him.
yeah.
You can put him on the moon. He gonna drop
No.
30.
He's 30. He's
Period.
39.
Period.
But he doesn't get the 30 in pivotal games unless he
Okay,
has.
but
we talking about, though.
we talking about somebody.
We ain't talking about
In
that. Talking about
that case, you can say,
but he's not-
then he's
he's
no
not-
better than Iceman. He's no better
He may
than
not.
Bernard
Okay, but
King.
he may
He's no
not be
better than
clutch.
Mack.
Okay, but let me say this: he
As a
may not be
scorer.
clutch. He may not be clutch. But far just coming out.
He's not clutch.
I just seen something about Iceman the other day.
Yeah.
They said
No,
Iceman was averaging
yeah.
37, no 3-point line. I just figured that out the other day.
Kevin Durant ain't clutch?
Iceman, I slept on him for a long time.
Come on, George Gervin.
George
Yeah,
Gervin was
yeah.
like, that's old school.
I would give.
So you're saying who was the most dominant scorer outside of Mike? I'm thinking, well, how you not put Bernard King, Iceman in that same category because they were unstoppable as well.
T-Mac too.
T-Mac was good. T-Mac was good. But
I
like I
think
say,
we
we
look
didn't.
at. Let me see.
Like the entire. They're
Yeah,
talking about from
that's-
intangibles.
I've never been-
Intangibles.
Wait,
Could they put the ball on the ground?
They couldn't score like Durant.
Iceman could for sure.
Could they create their own shot?
Yep.
And we talking in
Off
that
the
conversation.
dribble.
You talk about Pistol Pete.
Off the dribble.
No.
Nah.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it what Durant doing, dog. I mean, I mean,
That crossover.
if you
No,
if
but
you
the
ain't
game
on
was
them, I'm
different
good with that.
That's true.
The game was different. Can't nobody put that. And the other thing about Durant is he's played in the era where nobody could touch him. That's also part of the game you got to consider.
But at 6'11", you
He's
can handle
so
the ball. You can
skilled.
handle the ball, and you get the anywhere on the
Again,
floor where you want to.
Okay, if you couldn't touch, just say I talk about MJ, people could touch him. People could really touch the Iceman.
That's true.
I think where Durant would survive.
I just don't know if Durant would be that.
Okay,
if-
I think
do
Durant
this.
survives because he can run the court.
Let me do
He
this.
could dribble the
let's
ball.
Go back, let's go back in the 80s, and let's talk about your small forward. Mike's a small forward. You think Dominique gonna slow him?
Who?
Just asking. You
Who
think Dominique
stops
gonna slow Kevin Durant?
Who stops him?
no.
Definitely.
You think
not.
Alex English gonna slow down Adrian Dan? I mean, these are small forwards now. Mark Aguirre,
Best chance you got is Bird.
Bird ain't gonna.
And definitely not. No, I'm saying that's the best chance you got. If we just finna cut the time.
Worthy, I like Worthy.
You
Worthy
got
gonna
to
slow
put
him
James
down.
Worthy on him.
But look,
But he's gonna get past him.
everybody
You put
said
Cooper
Worthy.
on him.
Everybody said Worthy is half court.
Coop
defender.
smaller. Yeah.
What do you do when you say Kevin Durant dribble the ball up court?
But what we talking about?
You put him at point, then what all them other dudes gonna do? They
But
done.
you're talking about a
Hope he
different
missed.
game. But
Right.
you're talking about
Hope he missed.
a different game. So you're applying Kevin Durant to yesterday's game. You said outside of Mike, he's the best scorer.
He's the most talented scorer. But the thing is, you talk about players you put in errors.
Gifted, maybe?
What he can do.
Is talented not the answer? Is it gifted?
You said the era he
I
was
think
in,
maybe
if
gifted.
he could do what he could
We
do,
should-
that would be
gifted.
the person we talking about.
But
But they can't do that.
he's
from
a
free throws
jump
to 3-pointers to
because he can
to,
pull it. Like
creating off the dribble.
just said.
He got-
Until I made this statement, I used to tell you I think he's the most unstoppable scorer. But then I started looking at him.
Don't play.
But then the thing I said, wow, if he's missing a certain player, his spacing, he looks different in certain space.
But he's still scoring though.
He's still.
I think that's by
scoring.
choice, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
We'll
he
see.
I think he need a little bit more time with Phoenix. If we looking at his last outing, I
Well,
think
Phoenix is done.
But no, but
Well-
I'm telling you what hurts him is that he's not aggressive.
He
doesn't assert himself like, I'm going to put the team on. He
asserted himself in Golden State.
He asserted himself in Golden State, but he had a lot of rounds.
I think Kerr had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah, because they gave him the key.
Coaching.
Coaching.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to tell you, just like JG just said, you put him back in the 80s, bring the ball up.
No problem.
Okay, I got him, coach. I don't want to guard him, but I got him.
You got Sean Kemp guarding him out there.
Charles Barkley.
That's what you want.
Charles Barkley.
You got Karl Malone guarding him.
Yes.
Adrian Dantley. Adrian Dantley.
Yeah, well, AD
The
is
boys
better.
from Pacers.
AD is better. Don't talk about
Antonio Davis.
No.
Reggie?
AD is a better ball player than people realize how good Adrian
Davis?
Adrian Dantley was solid, but that's why I say.
Oh, yeah.
But you have a handful of guys.
He I didn't like that trade. I thought it was
But that was Isaiah. But that's your boy Isaiah. That was your boy Isaiah. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But what I'm saying is that you got about 10 guys that played that can play anywhere in any era. And they would still be as effective. Like a lot of people don't think. I think Steph Curry would still be good in the 80s.
They not
because he can shoot.
They not going anywhere.
Dantley on him. They gonna put.
And his game is the same.
Who? Dennis Rodman.
In any
I see them compared to
Abdul
Ruff a lot.
Pick and roll with Curry.
Yeah. And what you think Rick Mahorn gonna do with him?
He gonna foul out.
Yeah. We're gonna try to guard KD.
He's
6'11". It's a bad matchup. But
he can't. But I'm saying that's what he's gonna be matched up with in the 80s.
The only person
has to still take his game to the other side of the court too, and he has to go play defense. Come back and play off.
He don't do it now.
You know what I'm saying?
KD play more defense than Bron.
I know you're gonna say Rob. Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
KD play more defense than Bron.
They finna get bad.
Wait, first. Now look, this ain't me picking on nobody. I'm finna talk. I'm gonna go makeup. LeBron don't have lateral movement.
He's not great.
No, he
never really had it though. I'm not gonna lie.
He didn't have lateral movement. This is why he can't create a shot. Have you ever seen him go dribble, get somebody hit with his shoulder, and shoot a whole bunch of mid-range?
When people tell me Bron can play defense,
he's never been a part of the game.
Me and this
lateral movement. He's north and south. So he'll train that guy to keep going to get his shot out. This is where he struggled offensively.
Like when the young guns who I come up with, since this is my pop, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff I don't agree with him a lot, but when the young guns try to tell me, oh yeah, LeBron got this, he the complete defender this, I say, okay, riddle me this. Who in the 2000s did he stop? Nobody.
He ran away from Kevin Durant in the finals.
Who did he stop? Name me one player. Couldn't guard Kobe. Couldn't guard KD. Couldn't guard Team. He couldn't guard an old T-Mac. He couldn't guard. Who could he guard?
When they just got scored. When they just got scored by Denver, who was LeBron guarding?
Bars.
And I'm talking old LeBron right now. But
who did he stop?
Who was LeBron guarding?
Couldn't guard Kawhi. It's a ton of people that got.
In the finals that he lost, he went against their best player. He didn't want to guard their best player. He sat in the shadows. He don't have lateral movement. At 6'8", big as he is, without lateral movement, you can't stay in front of nobody. That is a problem. That's why with Miami it worked well because Pat Riley had better team defense. They played team defense.
And he had help.
That's what they depended on was their rotation. That rotation. And
anybody any comments over here, guys? I'm just waiting. Anybody with comments? Just wait. Just anytime, whenever you're ready.
I just personally feel like you aren't one vote away from being DPOY without like being some sort of an exceptional defender.
LeBron?
Yeah, Bron.
I think that was
don't get me wrong. The blocks and like the steals is cool.
Yeah, chase down block.
That's cool.
You gambling getting these steals, but like you said.
Dallas.
But in terms of when I think of defensive player of the year,
no, he gonna play the lanes. He gonna play the lanes well.
But let's sit back and think. Now, it's funny you say that.
Everybody
every series
like a 6'8" defender.
Watch the draw 4. Anybody that's won MVP was who he was supposed to guard. Kawhi won it. Supposed to guard him.
Wait, go ahead.
I'm saying.
Wait, go ahead.
So what?
Scotty was gonna guard the best player.
Jordan will. Jordan always go. Jordan go do it.
KD got both of the one when he played. He supposed to guard him.
Kawhi.
I know who you finna say. Yeah,
that's $4 right now.
In San Antonio, Kawhi scorched it. And boy, this the one. This the one. Dallas.
I can't excuse that.
Okay. Because when you average the same amount at 17 points, when you average not even Jason Terry, he was guarding Sean Marion.
Sean Marion
averaged 17 points a game, the same 17 that LeBron did during that series.
He was guarding J.J. Barea some too.
Bro.
Why you guarding him?
Bro, cause
That man
Barrera
5'11".
scorched him.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So why are you 6'8"? He 5'11". Why you guarding him?
Do you know how
that's
Rick
how
Carlisle?
he do.
But
You know how Rick Carlisle
he
beat them?
He plays defense based upon the way he's built. Now he does play great team
It's true.
defense.
It's true.
So you want to limit him for what he is. I don't think KD plays great defense.
We never said he did.
He gonna stay in front of his man though. He gonna give you enough to stay in front of his man and be a problem. I done seen this dude walk.
Don't do that.
And then
I done
also,
seen this dude walk.
And then also, quiet as kept, played with the Gauskers, a big that had his back, Chris Bosh. When they won in 2020, you had AD, Dwight, and JaVale McGee. So it is making sense what he said.
Watch how Rick Carlisle beat him. Watch how Rick Carlisle beat him. This is how Dallas beat him. LeBron was playing point that series. You put J.J. Barrera on him full court and make him go. It made him go east and west the whole time. He didn't let him go north and south. As soon as he got across half court, he put the Matrix, Sean Marion, on him. That's how Dallas beat them. They slowed down LeBron by making him go sideways.
You guys got
You took away that train. The way you stop a train is stop it before it gets started.
What was the point?
J.J. Barrera.
J.J. Barrera was.
You talking about for
He
Dallas?
also wasn't
For
aggressive
Dallas.
that series either.
Yeah.
Though. If you see the series,
He's
before
never
they
is
beat
in.
the Bulls
He
in
never
5,
is in big games.
Right.
He played totally different.
Yeah, I just seen that clip.
Yeah.
It was like, what happened?
but-
LeBron.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had
yeah,
But
like
here we go
40
once
on the
again.
Bulls.
But here we go once again, and I think that
Coach.
he does coach, but he also shies away
Coach,
from
don't say that.
from that
Coach,
dog
don't say
on
that.
dog on that dog on dog competition.
Oh, you don't want that.
That's not his
You don't want
game.
that.
But that's not who.
But
that's not
why
him.
not?
But if you're
That's not
looking
his
at
game.
okay,
What?
but I
That's
can't
not who
make
he
you
is,
the
though.
best
But it's
player.
the
I can't
game
say
though.
Exactly.
I can't
Once-
say
it
I
gotta
can't
be
say
his
you're
game.
the
That's
best
the
player
game.
of all time when you have not accepted that challenge.
Like, what we talking
That's
about the other day in
hard
the
for
car?
me.
What was it?
That
What
was
we called
tough for me.
That's hard for me.
Honestly, I'm a Lakers fan. I didn't want him. I said,
didn't
give
want
me.
him?
I didn't want him. That's from the jump. I said, please keep him. I want KD.
My homie, listen.
I wanted KD.
To attest to that, my
I
homie
did.
said, "This is the."
I wanted KD.
For me, being a young gun.
Huh?
I said, I don't think you got a ring.
I think
At
so.
all.
With
No.
with AD and K, with that same team.
But then you don't
watch
have
this.
leadership.
Watch
though.
this.
But
though.
then you don't have leadership.
Okay, I ain't gonna even answer that. Watch this. Watch this. Since LeBron been in LA, what has been our record?
The same.
Under 500.
Since LeBron came to the West. Now he was in the East doing what? Tearing the East up, number one, number two every time.
They always said if he went to the
When
West,
he came to the
it'd
West,
be so different.
we've been under 500 ever since. We got that bubble. We got that bubble ring.
got
But
a championship
watch
the same
this. Watch this. All them everybody that we got rid of, all them youngest that we got rid of.
I can call them
Kuzma,
Kuzma, Clarkson, Ball, Randall.
Pelicans. Who are the Pelicans?
Randall.
Brandon Ingram.
Josh
Josh
all
Hart.
all them boys we got rid of. We got the same schedule that we had when we had them youngest. If we would have kept our core, we probably would have been.
Now,
we
on that
probably-
note-
we probably would have been a better competitor.
On that note, for me,
I believe so too.
as a youngin, for me, what it is.
They ain't saying nothing over there.
Listen,
quiet.
as a
No,
youngin.
wait, what you know?
couldn't play
No,
no,
he didn't. They were talking again.
Yeah, we leave
When he
it.
didn't talking again.
No, not at all. I'm saying you're holding him to a
I agree
standard.
with that.
That's true.
Not who he is. This is not who he
Ingram
is.
was a threat though.
Yeah.
Ingram was a threat.
Randall had him and
So
who's
LeBron
on like
separate
LeBron?
games.
A threat to whose position?
No, I think
Brown.
Oh, yeah,
Kobe.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
still say I think Kobe was better than Mike. I'll say it every
Yes,
time.
yes. Somebody else said it beside me.
I'm a Kobe
You
fan.
are incorrect.
Besides
You
me.
are-
Hold on.
You tripping.
Look, wait, hold on. So
Who was the first person to tell you that though?
he was the first person to tell me. I'm a Mike fan. But I got to look at some things that Kobe did better. That's how I'm gonna put it.
Okay.
Kobe did so he came out. He was a better shooter.
Okay.
Right off top.
I get
better
it.
shooter.
I don't agree.
No, I'm talking about in terms of accuracy, 3-point
Accuracy, I
shooting,
get it, I get it, I
and
get
actually
it.
making shots.
Let me say, there
Mike
are
got to
many
that
who are
rim
better
and dunked on
shooters than
everybody.
Mike.
Mike dominated you at the rim, but he developed into a 3-point shooter over time. Kobe came in with his shot. That's the only difference.
I ain't
Now,
see it when he came. He was on the bench. I don't know.
He was shooting. He was making shots from the jump. Now, where I give Kobe the edge is Kobe came straight out of high school. Mike did get some college. Mike
Got
did get
3
some
years,
college.
And you know I'm gonna take Kobe too, because who is Kobe's second best player?
You talking Paul
Shaq
Gasol?
or Gasol?
Paul Gasol's a Hall of Famer, so
Oh, yeah.
you gonna start doing that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
am.
You gonna start
He
doing
wouldn't
that.
be
Hall
Hall
of
of Fame
Fame.
without
He
Kobe,
ain't no
though.
Paul
Nah,
Gasol.
yeah, he don't do nothing without
No,
Paul
he's
Gasol.
not
That's
Hall of Famer
incorrect.
without Kobe.
That's incorrect.
You think Paul Gasol a Hall of Famer without Kobe?
Yes.
Yeah, the
I think
basketball.
the Basketball Hall of Fame is international.
That's true. I be forgetting about that.
Based on the NBA though.
Now I think Kobe
Based on NBA,
helped him play better too.
Yeah, he would have been. He would have
I think
squeezed
we
it.
saw a different Paul Gasol after he started playing with Kobe though.
No.
After Paul Gasol, let me say it like this. After Paul Gasol,
But he almost is though.
after they lost against the Celtics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tell me again, Paul who?
Gasol.
There we go.
We saw him one year. We
no.
saw that man who would scrap, who was scared to shoot in the clutch, and Kobe had to
That's
slap
why
him
we
a couple
lost- that's why
times.
we
Next
lost
year
to
they
Boston.
came back and they started winning.
That's why we lost to Boston.
That's why we lost.
He won 2 championships with Antonio Bynum.
With Antonio Bynum. Bynum,
Andrew
Bynum.
Who hasn't played? Hey, he's done more robbing than Jesse James.
But you know what's funny? LeBron was never in any of the finals that he won.
So look.
LeBron didn't make any of the finals that he was in.
On that note.
So
What you saying?
I'm saying, y'all holding LeBron. So I'm just saying, LeBron never made it to the finals.
So that means Kobe didn't make.
Okay,
That means
okay.
Kobe didn't
Why
make the
didn't
final
he?
for 10 years, then, right?
Because of the
What you mean?
Spurs. Because he was
That's
too
how many
busy
years
losing
ago.
to the
Kobe
Spurs.
lost. No, Kobe went. You're right.
No,
Okay.
no.
Overtime.
No.
No, 10 straight
10
years.
straight years, LeBron made the
Well,
final.
Kobe called it close
So
to
just-
17.
No, I'm just going by what you said.
Okay, but they went in 10. They went 8, 9, and 10.
And
So it was
LeBron
7
went
years.
how many years in a row?
He went 7 when Kobe was playing.
You ain't.
Okay.
He went 7.
But so on that note,
What was the point again?
for me, this like LeBron thing that I've like built up with, I wasn't always looking at it like him. I'm a youngin', so a lot of the youngins, we all love LeBron. I had to constantly get disappointed over and over and over, believing in this guy. I can almost cry. Think about it, man. Yeah, LeBron, number 6, he on the Heat. Yeah, Tomahawk dunk. Yeah, that's LeBron. Playing for you, coach. I like LeBron back then. I still like Kobe, but over and over. And then I'm starting to look as I get older, man. All these times where LeBron went missing, or all these times where he disappointed me, Kobe was able to do it without that. So with that being said, LeBron come to LA.
That was a discussion. I think I would take Kobe over everybody with the exception of 6'9", of course, from East Memphis.
Hold on, we feeling what you call it. We're gonna pick this up. We're going to Wingstop. We're gonna revisit this. Before we get out of here, man, I want to let y'all thank y'all for coming, kicking it with us. I want to thank y'all for coming on here.
Appreciate you as always.
Any shout outs you want to give JG too before we get out of here?
Man, shout.
Oh, go ahead.
Two.
Two.
Oh, two. My bad.
You got the Bobby Brown in here. Watch out. You got the Bobby Brown in here.
Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Hey, we got the extended version of Mr. Telephone Man coming up.
You talking to me.
Man, well, shout out to my HBCU, Florida A&M, October 3rd, 1887. What? Shout out to Brother Hospitality, my podcast. Shout out to 90.5 The Playmakers, and shout out to Only the Family. If you know, you know.
JG1. So, who you want to give your shouts to?
Man, shout out to the Empowered Mind Squad, and Fatherhood is Mandatory representing.
Let them know how they can get the shirts, how much they call. Let them know about that.
Definitely. Follow us on IG. Fatherhood is Mandatory. We got the link on there where you can go in and grab your shirt, get all registered, or follow us on Empowered Minds, IMpowered, minds.org, and you can also register and order your shirts there. Get those kids on some fishing trips, man. Y'all come out, bring the kids, have a good time with us.
Heard that.
Yes, sir.
Special shout out to my man, Marcus McCann. His daughter, actually, Ryan, is going across the stage right now. Wesley Chopper got their graduation, I think, 6:30. So,
Late this year.
yeah, they Pasco County. The Pasco County be at the Sundome.
Bookie Bandit.
Yeah. So, before we get out of here, we always got to acknowledge those that keep the groceries coming up. But man, Torres had some of that good cold ass on Monday. He's very glad he was able to get in with them. I gotta tell us Torres story because Torres is my guy.
Hey, don't forget JT, the announcer for the
The Lakeland Tigers,
Lakeland
triple
Tigers.
double A, single A, whatever they're Florida League. Torres never called me. He might, he texted me. He said, "Hey man, if possible, I'm trying to call Coda to place an order for the bar. He might answer the phone." I said, "You family?" I said, "I'm gonna go to put you in with Trent directly." And he went out there and got his food. So speaking of Coda, right there, man, in Carver City, man. Don't pull that up for. Say what now?
Jefferson Country.
Okay.
Ask
him what to call. Ask him about their football program. He'll get real.
I can tell you we put more players in the NFL than any other school in Hillsborough County. What are you talking about?
Past 10. Ja Rule was hot 20 years ago. Let's talk about right now.
You know one thing also that Jefferson, we do have Hall of Famers. more Hall of Famers than any other school in Hillsborough
Sorry,
County.
please pull Conan's up and mute his mic so I can.
Wait, Jefferson got.
I went to high school in Atlanta, but he Jefferson. He said everything is
That
Jefferson.
Dade is amazing, and we have a great welding program. So anybody who wants to send their kids there who doesn't want to go to college,
I'm just saying.
hey, definitely don't have.
Go
any
check
championships.
Conan's out,
No
man.
championships.
1404
Okay.
North Hubert, down there in downtown Carver City. 813-875-0404. They might not pick up the phone, but like I said, you plugged in, they'll get
wow.
your food. Hey, they pick up the, but they say they be busy.
That's real.
That's real. They be busy, bro. I ain't tripping. They be busy. I ain't lying about that.
You could have just gave the number and kept it going.
No, you don't waste your time.
He had to be honest with it.
I didn't acknowledge them. Like I said, that's their number. Yeah, so I mean, he tripping, but anyway, we
Sometimes navigating the phone lines can be a little difficult because of the
mad what you
volume.
said about
Because
the
the volume of traffic.
Hey,
Man, hey, answer the phone.
You gotta answer the phone. That's what you do then.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah,
Oh, they calling.
You lean on me. They say something like you do it. You do it. Yeah. All right, last but not least, man, we're going to get them good wings. We're going to Wingstop tonight. They got 4 locations. Don't hit the one on 22nd Hillsborough, Netness, Selfner, Netness, Brandon.
Didn't know they had them.
Pull these up from the Torres. I go call these out and get on out of here.
I seen one on Del Mary, but I said, that's Marcus. Nah, let me keep riding, man. That ain't even his spot.
Put it up for the Torres. I go
Not even the
acknowledge this.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Unless it's one of those. Unless it's one of the ones we went over. Wesley Chapel, Fletcher.
Got one in Wesley Chapel. We got the one in.
Shout out to the one at Wesley Chapel, man. Doing my friend Goop very well.
Okay, yeah. Hey, go ahead. Hey, if you're looking for a little summer gig, let me know. I can reach out to Marcus, man. We can try to make something happen for you. So we're going to hit the one, like say, tonight we're going to be downtown Temple Terrace, 9305 North 56th Street.
Downtown Temple Terrace.
That's what it is, though.
Downtown.
Downtown Temple Terrace, for real. That's it. So we got game 3 and we got game 4 Wednesday and Friday. So Monday we get back here on the 12th.
3-1 Heat.
Jeez.
That's your. What you gonna have it at?
3-1 Heat.
What you gonna have it at?
2-2.
Just for the sake of how you gonna have it?
2-2.
3-1 Devil.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say, Torres, what you think? You know, Torres a Heat fan too. You think a 3-1 Heat?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Torres
shit.
also like them Panthers.
Yeah, they
We
go
took it
live
on the
tonight.
chin. We took it on the chin the other night.
Yeah, they took. Oh yeah, shout out KD, man. KD West Tappers on. Keaton Cole's out here.
Where can he go to school?
Okay,
I didn't know.
we're gonna get out of here, man.
I didn't know. Man, I didn't know you. I didn't even know I coached.
Hey, y'all
either.
have a good week.
I don't remember coaching.
Y'all have a good week. We got from Wiregrass coming on this upcoming week. We got the Oliver twins coming, so that should be fun. Got their dad Ronnie coming to kick it with us. So as I always say before we get out of here, man, anybody want to be an artist, don't want to see the executive producer, all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row. So for JG1, JG2, EZBZ, Hemi Buckets, the infamous David Ruff and the Torres, keep God first, love your family, and when you see us, holler. We'll see y'all next Monday.
Peace.
Good night.
Yo.